didn't press the sprint button. I didn't think I needed to.
Uh,
But no. I know. I agree with you. I don't think having a whole world of minecarts is that fun because you're like, I just played one. I don't want to play 3 more.
yeah, especially after you died like the 50th time on level 2 of World 4, and there's like 7 more.
I
But
know.
nah, I mean, but yeah, no, like I was saying, it's just more apparent because that it's returned specifically frozen over because like the third world is all temples and you wouldn't really like think about it from this game that like level 3 was supposed to be temples and stuff, you know.
Uh huh.
Oh, it goes away after a while. 1,
Yeah. So there's a couple of fake out.
3.
This one.
There we
Go.
go.
And then stay. Woo!
Okay, alright, you got this. Oh man.
I would probably not bring this back up if we were just playing for fun, which we are. But we're also recording, and I want to bring this up again because I think I started the thought, but then I was like, "Oh, this world is cool." And we got into a whole other thing.
Yeah.
My future self to be like, "What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say?"
Zelda's my what?
Is Zelda's my what? She's my what? What is she? But when we were talking about like the ranked systems.
Oh yeah.
Frick!
Yeah, I kind of derailed a little bit.
No, I just have one. I just need to add this one thing that I really liked playing the early Call of Duties because I don't remember them having much of a ranked system at all. And it was more fun because you got a variety of lobbies. You got lobbies that were trash, lobbies that were really good, people that are probably the level. You know, and it shook things up because you could be like, oh man, these people are good. This is a good challenge. Or you could be like, all right, these people are not that good.
Yeah.
So I get a bunch of XP, you know. I really like that. You never know what you're gonna get.
Right, like a box of chocolates. But yeah, that's the thing with like how Smash was back in Wii U and 3DS, where like you play against somebody for like a while rather than like the quick play formula of okay, you play with this guy, okay, you lost, time to lose like 10,000 points, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, we were at the end the whole time. But
Crazy.
it's just, dude, the ranking system is just like a stupid idea because people get so hung up on that stupid little number. And just think that, oh no, you don't understand, I need that high number, otherwise everyone thinks I'm trash.
I completely agree. I think it was one of those things where it was like, well, new players, it's hard for new players to get in because they get matched up with, matched up with pro. They get discouraged, don't play, and I'm like, okay, that's, you know, I can kind of see that. I wonder if they're so they tried to work around it, and I'm like, but now that they've tried it, you know how it goes.
Right.
I'm not a fan.
And
But
it's just like if they made like 2 different versions, one that was like quick play, like Wii U 3DS, and then another one that was quick play, like, oh, you want to play ranked? There you go.
yeah, other games do that well, and I don't know. Maybe you could also, if you didn't want to have the different ones, you could do a system where if you're like a brand new beginner and never played before, you have an option to play with bots or something, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
To get used to the game or something, you know, if it's that bad. But anyway, just wanted to say that just in case. And then also,
I feel like there was a bit more to say about ranked anyways. It's like I forgot what I was already talking about like before, but I was like, I kind of derailed that, but I already forgot what we were talking about.
oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
But
Squirrel. Oh.
we're talking about bosses that were really hard, and
Oh yeah.
what I remember, the boss from the original Ratchet and Clank was hard as frick.
The final boss?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, and I was a kid and I was dumb, but I remember I could not beat it.
Huh. Cause what you oh.
that was pathetic.
Cause well, you fight like Chairman Drek, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I just remember it being super hard. Also, and you were like, you really liked the whole like industrial gears and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I think you would really love. I just when you were talking about that, it just reminded me of Ratchet and Clank. I'm like, dude, you would like that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I really like because I mean the only Ratchet and Clank that I played all the way through was All for One, which was like a multiplayer game. I played it with my dad. I actually really liked that one. And,
Dude, you would love the actual games then.
Oh yeah, because we played a good amount of the first one together. But
We played it.
yeah,
I think we got far though, did we?
got to like Darkwater, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the early stages.
Yeah,
I'm
because
pretty-
I mean, I really wish they put like the HD trilogy on like PS4 or something.
Dude, me too. That's the only thing. It's so hard to play.
Why did they?
It's so. I have no idea. It's so hard to like. I don't know.
Like go back to?
Well, my PS3 is in Georgia, and I never use my PS3 for anything.
Yeah.
I don't even. I know I bought the trilogy game because we played it a little bit,
Yeah.
but I don't even know where it is. I don't know what happened. Ooh.
I love how Donkey Kong jumps. He looks like he's scared out of his wits when he jumps.
I know, but we should play that game. That would be a good one.
Dude, that'd be a really interesting one. Yeah, cause what was this? I was saying like I'd be like All for One, and then you ever see gameplay of like Full Frontal Assault?
Is that the new one?
No, I don't think it's like the newest one. It was a strange like tower defense. It was split screen. You play as like Ratchet, and then you got like Clank in like a giant machine body. But then it wasn't even like a Ratchet and Clank game. It was like a tower defense sort of thing where you like just defend the post sort of game. It was not very interesting. We played it like with my dad once, and then never again.
Oh, after the first 3 games, I honestly after the first 4 games, they never were the same.
Really?
The PS3's little like time, they had a whole like, time traveling like series.
Like
I think
Future.
Yeah, like Future, all that stuff. I think those mainline single player games of the Future series were okay.
Okay.
They weren't too bad, but then kind of after that, the spin-offs and even kind of the new game are apparently like pretty bad.
Oh, like Rift Apart?
Is that the new one?
Yeah, with the female girl character.
Yeah, apparently it's like a kid version of Doom.
I mean, I like Doom.
Yeah, it's I could see the gameplay being alright, like pretty fun, but I've already seen like some of the complaints people had with the story, and I'm just like, a big part of it is the story, surprisingly.
Yeah, I do remember that. Like it was like a good like baby's first like story-driven game.
Yeah, they turned it to where he's like some like happy-go-lucky hero who wants to be a good guy all the time, when that's like, I don't know if you remember from the original game, but Ratchet was like super sassy and sarcastic and didn't care about saving the world that much,
Right, yeah, I do remember that.
And you had Clank, who was more of the wanted to save the world, but also like he wasn't super too happy-go-lucky
Just because it was his directive or something.
Yeah, and so like they kind of like had this full-fledged relationship, and eventually that Ratchet had an actual character arc, and he came around to like want to help save the world eventually.
Yeah.
It's just this whole thing where it's
they
like
lost focus of what the games were originally like.
Yeah, I think they wanted to. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think they wanted. That's also one. I don't know if I saved.
I think you saved. I'm pretty sure you saved at the beginning.
Yeah, I did. But no, I think what they want. And this is my theory. I don't know if it's true, and this is why I think it's so hard to find or to play the old games. I think they want to get away from that, the old Ratchet style.
Really, Insomniac?
Sony.
Sony. Oh, do they own Ratchet and Clank now?
I don't know if Insomniac still does it. And I know it's a Sony exclusive, so I wouldn't be surprised if Sony had a decent say on what Insomniac does. I could be wrong. I could be making all this stuff up. But in my mind, they want to get away from the original Ratchet because he's edgy and he's kind of like, it's kind of a teenager thing,
right?
At least a bit of a little kid thing. And Sony doesn't have kid games. A lot of the things that adults play on the PS4 or PS5, I mean, I feel like they wouldn't let their children play. I mean, some people do, of course, but in general, it's not marketed to kids. And I feel like in order to fill that void, they kind of made Ratchet a more kid-friendly game. That's my theory.
I guess, but like,
because why would they take the edge off of his character?
It
seems odd.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right, because I mean, like, the thing is that, like, if they're marketing towards anybody, it'd be like the people who grew up with those kinds of games, with like the older Ratchet and Clanks who are now older.
Right, you figured they would, but by changing those aspects, you'd think that it wouldn't. What's this new game called again?
Rift Apart.
Rift Apart. All of the... Oh, man.
Oh.
Rift Apart. I might not be getting it, but all of the Ratchet and Clanks, if not almost all of them, are like innuendos, the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Rift Apart supposed to be?
I don't know. So maybe I'm too naive. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it... There's only like a few that I can't really think of that are supposed to be like innuendos. I think like All for One was supposed to be like foreplay before they were like, don't do
that. Yeah, and so the first one's Going Command, or the second one. The first one doesn't have a subtitle, I don't think.
Yeah. Because it's Going Commando. What's the third one?
Up Your Arsenal.
Up Your Arsenal. It's and then like I think what's it, Deadlocked or something? I think that's supposed to be like a reference to like BDSM or something, or like bondage gear or something. Something like that.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know about that, so I'm literally just taking something I read first, just like what's each one supposed to mean, something like that, just like the first thing off Google. So
yeah,
but
and that game is actually a little bit different than typical Ratchet and Clank, even though it's still an awesome game.
I remember playing it on a demo disc, like an underground demo disc, and it was just like a Coliseum Fighter or something like that.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun actually.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my brother and I love that game. But yeah, they have a couple of different ones, like the Hunt or the Quest for Booty or something.
The Quest for Booty. Size matters.
Yeah. So, they've kind of kept it continual, but this new one, I'm like, I don't know if they even have one for this one, which is fine. But I just that's why I'm thinking they're going away from the more adult teenage market. Oh, that's dumb.
Huh. Yeah, cause yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, it's like oh shoot, this is gonna be like a little bit of like a weird thing. It's like the smallest thing will kind of tip you off that this isn't like the same. That was actually really close.
Dude, I keep doing that somehow. I got so lucky.
But these but like I was saying, the like smallest little things, like it's not important. It's not like super important. Oh, the subtitle's not the same. That's not like, oh, that doesn't mean it's not a real Ratchet and Clank game or something like that. Like where like Silent Hill Downpour. Oh, the soundtrack isn't by Akira Yamaoka. Oh, it's not a real Silent Hill game then. It's totally not like a real Silent Hill game. That's an actual like thing people will say. It's like, bro, what? And it's like I played it. I think it's good. I think it's good. It definitely very like it gets closer to what Silent Hill was about after Homecoming made it an action game and stuff like that. So it's like, really? Just because it's not like the same guy that made the music, oh, now it's not a real Silent Hill game. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, I mean, it really wasn't by the same people. It's like, oh, it's by, you know, I don't think you were gonna die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you would have just barely survived.
Oh.
But it's all good because you died here.
Yeah.
But what's here? But
Well, I mean, were you saying they kind of have a point?
Huh?
Were you saying that they kind of have a point? It's not made by the same people, or were you saying that?
it was
what they're-
it's just like, okay, I mean, if you're gonna go on about like, oh, it's not a real Silent Hill game, it's not because it's a different guy doing the soundtrack. It's because, oh, it's literally not the same people who like made the first 4 games or something like that. Like, oh, it's not the same music guy. Oh, that's the breaking point, you know. But like, they make it sound like that. I don't know if that's like really. I mean, it's just a stupid like argument, no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point that I'm saying is that like these small little things could like just kind of make it feel like it's just like the like, oh, this new game doesn't get it right because of this small thing, you know. Like I played East 9 recently. It came out like in July or something, and I played it through, and every single East game, for the most part, has like a really cool, like full-on anime intro with like rocking music to like really showcase like just how cool the series is and all that stuff. And 9 was the first one where it didn't have that. I waited on the title screen for like a good like 15 minutes. I was like, really? No intro. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, the game turned out still really good. It's just like, really? No intro. And you know, it's just like that kind of thing where it's just like kind of makes you like a little weird, like, ooh, did they? I hope they didn't like, I don't know, run out of time or something. Like they just crunched like development time to like throw this game out or something, you know? But it's just like a little, like just a little thing that'll just kind of tip you off and just go like, oh, is this the same? Like, are they trying to like do something different? It's like it's too different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that I don't know if that really did my point or anything, but I mean that's out there now.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're right, and they kind of did the same thing with Ratchet and Clank 2016 when they tried to reboot the franchise.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of like I think that was the point where they started trying to make it a kids game because they made it into that movie, that animated movie.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, just like you said, like even the title screen was very like uninspired. When most Ratchet and Clank games are very like they've got very cool title screens.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, it all changed.
Yeah, no, it's such a. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I mean, the subtitle is such a small thing, but like then everything else just kind of piles on. It's like confirmation bias. It's like, oh, see, I knew it because the title, the subtitle was wrong or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, we're swimming in free poison.
Yeah. How is he breathing in this? Well, actually, I don't know.
How's he breathing in any of it? Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Also, they look like bubbles, but they also kind of look like flies.
Flies? You know, it doesn't look like flies, piranhas. Is that where we are? We're in Brazil.
Brazil? I don't know.
You're going to Brazil. No,
Yes.
please.
Not Brazil.
Anything but Brazil, please. Don't. It's like those memes where it's just like, you're going to Brazil. It's like someone getting dragged away. Screaming.
It's like, yeah, I'm sure there's some nice places in Brazil.
Yeah, I thought you loaded the game for a second.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Yeah, I would have laughed though.
I know you would have.
Because I would have disconnected.
Oh, okay. Let's go over here. No.
Nice.
That.
On.
On.
Oh,
No.
what? That shouldn't have killed me. Come on.